video of how I created my calculation video. In order for me to even record this video right now, I have to use QuickTime Player, which is an app that's built in with an Apple product. QuickTime Player with the correct functionality such as screen capturing and voice recording are only available with an Apple product. I go look for the QuickTime Player app, I click on that, and up at the top here, I look for File. I scroll down and look for a new screen recording, and since it's being used right now, it's being highlighted. If not, I would click on that and a 1x2 black box that says screen recording will pop up. It is not visible to you at the moment. I would then go to the right hand side where it has an arrow. I would click on that, and I want to make sure that there's a check mark next to the built-in microphone, internal microphone. If there's a check mark next to that, it will allow me to record my voice while my screen is being recorded. To open up Photoshop, because that's where I will be showing all the calculation. So go ahead and look for the Adobe Photoshop application. Click on that and allow it time for it to open. Once that open up, click on File and click on New, and this screen will pop up. Make sure where it says Preset that it's at US paper, because that's the size of the recording I would like it to be. If it's not, you can click on this arrow and choose the US paper. Then click OK. Once I hit OK, this white screen pop up, and at the bottom right corner where you see the double arrow right here, you can click on that and stretch out the screen as far as you'd like it to stretch out. Once I set it at the size I want, I let go, and on the right hand side I see there's an eyeball next to a piece of paper and the word that says background. This is called layer, and this is the layer of the background that's present that you're seeing right now. If you look to the left hand side here, you see all the different tools that you can use. But for our purpose, we only need the one that has the T on it, and that is where we can create the text box in order to type anything in. So click on the T and go ahead and go to the white screen area, and when you see this cursor here, click on a section and you can create any size text box that you want. So that's the size I want, so I let go. And this is where I can start typing a question ahead of time, let's say, so when I'm doing my presentation I don't have to start typing the question then. So let's make up a question. What is the area of the triangle, let's say. So I go to the right hand side and I see that another layer is being assigned, and that is the layer of this one. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and you see automatically whatever that I type in here, it appears right here. So that layer is assigned to this. I will then, let's say if I'm doing my presentation and I don't want the students to see the question, I go ahead and click on the eyeball, and without that eyeball being present in that box, there's no question being visible. But if I want the student to see my question, I simply click on that box, and when I see that eyeball being present, that's when the question is it's visible as well. Now I want to continue to show the calculation. So basically I just click on that T again, go back to the white screen, and basically click and drag a text box any size I want, because that's where I'll be typing to show the calculation. And I can type in anything in here and it will be visible to the students. And if you look on the right hand side, see every time I click a text box or any button here, it will create another layer. And if, let's say, I want to delete that layer, make sure this is highlighted, and I just click on this last button here where there's a trash can showing right here, and I'll click on that and it will delete that layer. So I want to go back and again create that text box again. Once I do that, it shows up on the right hand side again. To open up the iMovie app, because in the iMovie app, that's where I will be able to make all the editing as well as adding the subtitle to the video. So I go look for the iMovie application, click on that, and allow it to open up. Once it opens up, this is what it looks like. And minus this, because this is the old project that I was working on earlier. I'll go ahead and look at the top where the bar is right here, look for File. I go down to Import, go ahead and click on Movies, and this screen will pop up. Then I will go look for Desktop because that's where I saved my videos earlier. Click on Desktop and pick a video that I created earlier. Let's double click on that one because that's the one that I want to edit first. And it may take up to several minutes for the videos to get transferred from wherever it was before, which is the desktop, onto the iMovie application. So while it's being transferred, I can go ahead and show you the other parts of this iMovie application. I can click on the project library here at the top left corner, and once I click on that, it will allow me to see all the different videos that I created. And right now I want a brand new project, so I'll go down to the right corner here where it has the plus button right here. Go ahead and click on that, and I don't want any theme, so I'll go ahead and click on the no theme and hit create, and a brand new project will pop up right here. So now I can see that the video has been transferred. I'll go ahead and click on one part of the video, and when the yellow box appear, I can click on one end and go ahead and just drag it until the very end here, because this is the whole video. Wait until you see the hand image right here that pops up. Go ahead and just click on that and drag it up to the top left here. On the left hand corner here, this is where I will be doing all the editing as well as adding all the subtitles in. To the right hand side, I'm going to go ahead and look for the T button and click on that. This screen will pop up and it will give me different options as to where I would like my subtitles to appear. As you can see, there are many different options, but I'm going to go ahead and choose the one that is the most simple by simply clicking it and dragging it and placing it to the very beginning of the video here. You see that there's a text box that appears here, and to the right hand side there's also another text box that corresponds to that one up there. So this is where I will be adding in my subtitle, and in order to know what to type in there, I would have to go back to the video and listen to it from the very beginning. So by hitting the spacebar button, I will be able to hear the recording. So once I'm done listening to it, I can hit the spacebar button once again and it'll stop. Open up Photoshop, because that's where I will be showing all the calculations. Hit the spacebar so the recording can stop. And to the right hand side, you see the text box disappeared. All I have to do to make it appear again is clicking on that text box on the top here, and it'll appear again. So go ahead and type in what I just heard, which is open up Photoshop, because that's where I'll be showing all the calculation basically. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this because the text is very large. Go ahead and hit show fonts, and in here you can choose the different font types as well as the color and the size of the fonts that you want. And since I want my fonts to, my text to appear on the left hand side, I'm going to go ahead and choose the left alignment here and click done, and this is what it will look like and the subtitles. So I'm going to go ahead and replay it to make sure that that's what I heard. Open up Photoshop, because that's where I will be showing all the calculation. So I'm gonna have to eyeball where the text sort of ended. So I think that's where it ended right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on that text box again and drag it to where I thought it ended, which is right here. And I can double check it again by listening to it from the very beginning by hitting the space bar button. Where I will be showing all the calculation. Yep, so that's where it ended. So I hit the space bar. So now I can go ahead and listen to the next clip. Go ahead and look for the Adobe Photoshop app. Hit the space bar. And now do the same thing by clicking and dragging the next text box. And type in whatever it is that I just heard earlier. So you basically just repeat the whole process all over again until the whole video is subtitled. And once that is done and you're satisfied with your video, you can go ahead and click on share. Make sure that there's internet connection. You click on share and you hit YouTube, and you will be able to basically publish this on YouTube for anyone to view it. So you do have to have an account with YouTube in order to upload the video. So basically add in your information, and if you want to make this private, you can also hit the check mark here where it says make this movie personal. But if you want it to be public and that anyone can view, go ahead and uncheck it. And once you uncheck it and add all the information in, you can just hit next and it'll automatically publish it on YouTube. And that concludes the tutorial video on how I created my calculation video. I hope that helps. Thank you.